Mohammed al-Hamoud spent 3 months at a desolate camp on the Syrian border before being allowed into Jordan. He fled the danger and destruction of the Syrian city of Homs with his family to a desert border where there was little food or water.
You bring your tent and pitch it and stay there until you get in, because you know in a month or more they'll let you in.
But that was before Jordan closed its last border crossing after a suicide car bomb and blocked access for aid groups helping the Syrian refugees. Salim says his cousin and her 2-year-old baby, also from Homs, have been waiting at the Rukban crossing for 6 months, hoping to get in.
There's no water. There's nothing there. Their situation is terrible.
There is nothing there except refugees desperate to escape the bombings and airstrikes. 70,000 people, half of them children, are huddled hours from any city behind an embankment in what Jordan now considers a military zone. The UN says they are all entitled to protection. But Jordan, which has already taken in 650,000 Syrian refugees and is increasingly concerned about its own security, says it can't let them in. And since the bombing, it won't allow most aid groups across to help them. Aid officials say the refugees' lives are at risk.
These people need assistance. These people are without a consistent source of water. They're without a consistent supply of food. These people are in need of medical care.
Before the bombing, Jordan resettled 20,000 Syrian refugees from the Rukban area here at its remote Azraq Camp. Unless they have families already here, they're held in a special part of the camp where they're not allowed to leave and we are not allowed to film. This was the reception center for arrivals, now completely empty. This tent is piled high with mattresses because refugees taken from the border would spend their first night here before being brought to another part of the camp. Just a few weeks ago, up to 500 people a day were processed here. Azraq was built 2 years ago with international aid to be a model refugee camp. But it hasn't worked out that way. It's in the remote desert. There are the basics, but no electricity. No one wants to be here, except the refugees facing a closed border at the embankment. Arraf, Al Jazeera, Al Azraq Camp, Jordan.